I feel like people underestimate how much Sonic Frontiers will change the series forever. While that be for the worse or for the better, most people are unsure, but I am willing to bet that it's going to be for the better. And there's a lot of reasons why I feel Sonic Frontiers will change the series forever. Now, I've kind of made this video in the past already, however, we had very different and much less knowledge about the game than we did back then, and we were way more reliant on rumors. Most of these rumors end up becoming true, but things have been reworked since then, and that's why I feel this dedicates, another video to this kind of topic. I feel one big thing that we really have to look forward to is the game being more inclusive for more languages supported, which is a huge development, update for this kind of game, because those of you guys that know, Sonic hasn't always been the best series with being more inclusive with more languages supported for them. There's a ton of different Sonic games that didn't have, say, Portuguese support. So there's a ton of Portuguese Sonic fans that just kind of couldn't play the game in their language, yet are still such passionate fans for the game regardless, having to rely on just kind of blindly playing the game anyway, or having to rely on fans to try to translate the games themselves so they can better understand the story. So I feel like that's, I'm glad this is kind of in the past now. This is a big thing. I know it may not mean a lot to some English supporters, but dang it, I think this is a big thing and gives more people to be able to enjoy Sonic, and I feel like that's a big thing. However, one of the biggest things that I personally feel is going to make this game so great is Ian Flynn being on the project. Those of you that don't know who he is the one who is the main writer on the IDW Sonic comics, which to many Sonic fans feel this is some of the best writing Sonic has ever had, if this is including the games. Now, I'm not saying Sonic has ever really been known for its amazing storytelling or anything, but I love the Sonic games that really do a lot for his character. Now, hate on Sonic and the Black Knight all you want, but I love the story of Sonic and the Black Knight just because of how great Sonic's character was in that game. And I personally think that's the peak of Sonic's character. Some people disagree. Some people feel that Sonic Adventure 2, which had another great version of Sonic as well. I just personally like Black Knight's Sonic, and I love that. And honestly, I trust Ian Flynn with Sonic. He's already proven to so many people what Sonic can be, what stories in Sonic can be, even though, comics are obviously a different thing than video games, which require a ton more story and stuff like that and more intricacy in his dialogue. However, I still think he is honestly one of the best people you can put on this kind of job. So I really think he's proved himself with Sonic, and I'm really glad he's on the project. Now, again, this Sonic Frontiers will be reinventing what Sonic can be. I truly feel when done right, this will truly reinvent what Sonic can be. People have this mindset, of course, with a long-running franchise, what this series is and what it can be. I made a similar statement in my Dragon Quest XII video, that basically when a long-running franchise tries to do something new, it can really change how the franchise will be from here on out. And this is another big example being Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is so big that it had to get a sequel. Now I know Sonic, Sonic has had sequels, Zelda has had sequels. That's not really a big deal, but a game like Breath of the Wild getting a sequel and being the next game, even is a huge thing, because again, Breath of the Wild was a gaming phenomena. It's basically not only reinvented what Zelda could be, it dang near reinvented what open world games could aspire to be. And that is a big thing. And regardless of how you feel about Breath of the Wild personally, it did very well, and it has a ton of fans that not only were introduced into Zelda, with that entry, it introduced a ton of people into open world games. And with the feedback that Sonic Frontiers ends up getting, I feel this is going to reach Sega and really change the direction of the series. Again, whether it be for the worse or for the better. Honestly, I feel like if Sonic Frontiers really does garner a mostly negative reception or too much of a mixed reception, then this will change how the series goes in the course of staying the course, I guess you can say. Sega will be a lot more hesitant to change the formula of Sonic from here on out if this game doesn't do well. That is what I'm really, really scared of. I've enjoyed games like Sonic Generations and Sonic Unleashed and stuff, of course, and Sonic Colors. However, I do feel that new life needs to be injected into the franchise, especially with how Forces kind of flopped. I don't feel necessarily that Forces was a bad game. I just think Forces didn't really aspire to do anything. It was a very I played that game, and that's about it kind of game. Not trying to hate on anybody's favorite game. You guys know that's not what I do here. I just personally think that even a fan of Forces could understand that Forces could have done a lot more, especially with everything it seemed to aspire to end up doing. But I feel if the community feedback for Frontiers ends up being very, very positive, then just like Breath of the Wild, this will change the course of how Sonic goes from here on out. Will that mean we'll see another open world style Sonic game? Probably, if I'm being honest. This technically isn't the first, if you've seen my Sonic Boom video in comparison to Sonic Rangers, which was, what it was called back then. But the games were very similar, and it seems like this game is trying to do what Boom should have done. But I really do feel that this would probably make it end up garnering a sequel if it does end up doing good. So, and even then, it will go to show you what they need to do and what they need to accomplish in order to make a good Sonic game. Again, they've made tons of good Sonic games, but sometimes even developers who have done things for all these years need to be reminded of their own works, of what they've done and what they need to get there. And whether it means they need to take more time with each Sonic game, they need to get different people on the project, people who are very good at creativity, but they know how to stay the course, because again, you can be an ideas man all you want, but if you can't figure out how to make it work, then how it needs to actually be executed, then the whole project doesn't even matter anymore. And I really feel this is going to do good. Again, just as much how much good this game can do, it could also do bad, which again may be worrying to some. I'm more of a glass half full kind of guy. I do think this will reinvent what Sonic can be, especially since the game seems to be taking a more darker tone story. I guess it seems to. I know we don't really know much about the story at all whatsoever, especially from the most recent trailer, but I'm going to bet it's going to be something along the lines of Sonic having to save his friends all throughout this vast open world. And again, we have the colossal style enemies. Maybe his friends were captured and are being used as the power sources for these giant colossal enemies and stuff like that, and saving each one will basically end up saving a new friend. Again, I'm not necessarily saying, again, if you've seen my last video on Sonic where I talked about not wanting playable friends in this game, I do feel like this can also really work itself into DLC stories and stuff like that, whether it's free or pay for a couple dollars. I feel like this would be a really great way to implement that, and it would not only give us playing as these other characters in this open world, but it would also give us more ties to the main story, because again, how they got captured is probably something they'll cover in the story or something like that, but it won't be a general focus to give a couple hours of gameplay for. But so I feel like that DLC story can really do that, similar to how Final Fantasy 15 did it with episode Prompto and Ignis and stuff like that. It was when these characters were by themselves in the story, and I really feel that it did a good job for it. Just a couple hours of a story that did happen and is important for the plot, but isn't vital and can just be played on its own if it really wants to. And I feel that's for the best. And I do think, again, the open world Sonic style is something that has so much potential. I've made multiple videos on it, how this can be implemented. I know some people are convinced that open world Sonic cannot work, but I promise you, saying that open world Sonic cannot work is just showing how closed-minded some people can be. Again, practically every idea can work as long as it stays true to the character you're playing as and the genre you're going for. Because again, when you're making an open world, you can have any open world Sonic game you want as long as the forefront of this idea is who Sonic is, how he plays, and developing the world around that. Again, don't make the open world and put Sonic in it. Make Sonic and then put him in the open world. Because again, when you craft the world around Sonic, then you don't have to worry about how Sonic's going to work in an open world. No, how does an open world work with Sonic? That is the question. That is how you develop these open world kind of games. And I truly think Sonic Frontiers is going to nail this and hit a home run with this. I truly do think so. Now, I know this was a kind of a rambly video and a spin on probably 2 videos I've done already, but dang it, I want to talk about this topic again because I feel too many people, especially content creators, are too scared to talk about, why Sonic Frontiers can be great. Everybody's so focused on how Sonic Frontiers might suck, or I'm worried about this and I'm worried about that. You can be worried about that, and you have every right to be so. And I'm not talking smack about anybody. but I truly do feel that the more you focus and on the negative and how much you let stuff worry you, will overall sour your experience when you do end up getting the product in your hands. Of course, sometimes something can be such a banger to where that just doesn't happen, but at the end of the day, I personally just prefer to be on the more positive train, and I feel not a lot of people are on that kind of train. So if you are, when you like Sonic videos, hit the like button for me. It really show that people do enjoy watching positive Sonic videos on YouTube, and will encourage me to talk about Sonic more, because if people get a negative feedback on these kind of positive Sonic videos, then overall it just makes me not want to talk about them. But I like talking about what I like to talk about, so if you like listening to it and watching it, I'd really appreciate it. So giving it a like, a comment on your thoughts, and subscribing to the channel for more Sonic videos would really mean a ton to me. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is KingdomAce, and remember everyone to play some games, have some fun, and enjoy your day today.